Talk Uncensored, Season 2, Episode 2. And I am one of your hosts, April Hogan.
And I'm Akayshia, Estee.
And we're so excited that last week we actually had our first, well, not last week, but 2 weeks ago, we actually had our first live studio audience show. Yes, it was so exciting. So we actually are going to be doing this once a month. So we had October's, we will have one in November 17th, and December 15th. Mm-hmm. So you guys go online to talkuncensoredpodcast.com and fill out a form to get an invite.
What is it? Invitation.
An invitation.
So people know you're going to be there.
Right. Now you can come even if you don't have an invitation, as long as you arrive on time. If you're not there by 5:45, I'm sorry, we can't let you in because we'll be taping.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't want y'all distracting us.
Or the background noise in the camera. Yeah. We can't. Right. So, we do want to advise though, while we're having this episode, for all those who want to come later, it is uncensored. So parental, and I just like to say this because it's one of the things. Parental discretion advised. But our first topic for today is about body work. Is professional body work, such as the boobies, and the bottom, and the lips, and the cheeks, with the cheeks, and then everything. I would just say everything. Is it professional depending on your career? So let's think in terms of teachers.
Okay.
Lawyers, the judge. How would you feel if the judge had tats all over his face and body with the horns? The little
or the tatted red. You know how they be tattooed when they eyeballs?
I don't even know how.
Be having red eyeballs. You know your stuff's supposed to be white.
Your stuff's supposed to be white.
Yes.
Not sure what stuff that is.
The stuff that's in the white part of your eye. I don't know what part that is.
So let me ask you. Well, first of all, we'll clear the air. Do you have any professional body work?
Yes.
Do you?
Just kidding.
Sonny, no!
I do not have any professional body work done.
Okay. Have you considered?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I have too. I've considered. I've never had any. I don't like pain, personally.
Yeah. Well, I think watching people's videos and stuff, just.
Mm-hmm. Well, but I feel like there's a level, right? Because we don't want to even talk about just professional body work. You can get a little bit on the boobie area, a little bit on the tush.
That's what I was considering.
A little tush and a little.
I like my tush. I feel like if I got a little bit of thicker, I don't.
You got it. Yeah. You have a nice
God
tush.
knows. He knows.
So
he knows.
There's a level. There's a level, right?
Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
I believe so.
Well, but then also that depends on what your career is. Because if you have a career that is the asset of the career, then
I take it back. No. It is a level because health issues.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I think. That's my level. Mm-hmm. But whatever your career consists of, then you do that. But still remember, on down the line, especially if you want to do stuff like have children or whatever the case may be, you can't hold that. It's too much.
Well, yeah. I mean, the larger, you got to think about back issues.
All this down here. And then they don't half the time even it out with their poor little legs.
They don't. I've seen some
struggling.
Where the whole hips and booty look. Yeah. It had what is the guy? Is it Jack off of Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It had Jack
I don't know what you're talking about.
She don't watch that TV. It's around Halloween season 2. So you should know.
You
don't know Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't really watch TV for real. Unless somebody
it's a
tell
cartoon.
me. I don't know.
Kalisha Jones. Why hasn't she watched Nightmare Before Christmas? It's a kids movie.
It don't matter. I watched MTV. I was busy learning dance videos because we didn't have fast forward and rewind.
Right. Although we made a way.
Hey, let me tell you something. It was on and popping.
I would be one who, especially with the tape players, we rewind and then you got it. It's just a little bit missing. I would pull it out and twist it with a pen.
They don't know about that.
Right.
See? Some of them not gonna know about that.
Right.
So I don't know the show.
No, that's not an excuse. Well, we're gonna watch it because the boys need to watch it. It is a little creepy for kids, though. But anyway, back to the topic. It's a little creepy for kids. It's a kids show, but it's a little creepy for kids.
I think I might have.
It's the white skeleton with the little.
I never
white,
watched it. I know what you're talking
little
about.
Little white head and really skinny body.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
And he goes into Christmas land.
Yeah, something ain't right.
You know another scary movie or Christmas movie that scares me? Polar Express. It's creepy.
Because they look so real.
It's creepy. It's creepy.
No, it's not.
Polar Express is creepy.
No, it is not.
I don't like the movie. My kids like it. I won't watch it.
But you'll watch that thing.
I will watch Jack.
Looking like he done had some body work.
He needs some body work. Poor little skinny thing. All right, listen. Body work professionals. So let's talk about let's just say teachers, because she actually brought the topic up based on a post about
a teacher, a pre-K teacher who had body work done and was either suspended or fired due to the parents complaining about her body.
Okay.
But they say she was a bomb art teacher, which, to me, in my opinion, that she was teaching just off of that may have been her passion because she sells the arts for thousands that she does.
Okay.
So if y'all thought y'all was hurting her, I don't think you were. But her body was amazing.
So I didn't even.
So it wasn't like
It wasn't over drastic.
It wasn't like extreme, but you could tell she had body work done. But she had like the tiny waist, but it was like a bam, bam, bam. I think it might have been some insecure parents. Well, because them kids ain't thinking about nobody.
Pre-K, and that's my thought. At pre-K, them kids,
they not thinking about.
And if they are, then let's question what's happening. Right? What are they being exposed to that they are thinking about that? So I feel like it's your body, your decision. That's how I feel personally. I mean, you also have to think of all the different things that come along with it, health factors. You're gonna get old one day, like all that stuff. But just like with anything else, it's your body, it's your decision. Body work that you get done is the same as people who eat a whole lot, and it's their choice.
They gotta do all that surgery.
Yeah, we make all of our own choices, is how I feel. Do I feel like there's a level that you need to consider sometimes depending on your profession? Yes. And the reason I say that is because you are what you do as well. Yeah. Like, your career is part of that. So, for instance, if you are a high school teacher and you got double E's, and then you're going to get a certain response from those growing young men.
Exactly.
That
about can't control themselves.
Right. So I feel like there's a level of consideration depending on how far you want to go in terms of body work in your career. Just like, more than likely, if you are tatted all in the face, you may not get a position as a judge, or you may not get a position as, in
the medical field, you got to wear long sleeves.
Yeah, because the image does matter, like, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, into the society we're in, image matters.
Yeah.
So
people swear they're gonna walk in being they self, and you're gonna walk right back out empty-handed. Yeah. Like, at least get in, let people get to know who you are, how you do things, and then you can, start pulling back with the onion, they say.
Well, let me ask you this, though, because this kind of matches up with another topic. They say the dreads. A lot of people don't get dreads or don't get hired based on having their long hair. And that is still an image. It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a choice to have the long hair, have the dreads, or not have them. Do we say that you know what I'm saying? It's kind of...
Well, no, for me, because I did that. I got a lot of pushback when Caden, I started his locks. Oh, he's gonna be looked at as a thug. I was like, well, why would you look at him as a thug?
Which I don't even think dreads signifies thug.
I think is comb your hair like you would go into any other interview. It's certain styles that you can pull back, and I can say this because I do locks or whatever. There are some really nice styles that you can have when you're getting ready to present yourself somewhere. Mm-hmm. Don't go in there with that new growth about this high, sitting off the top of your head and looking unmanaged. Mm-hmm. Manage that stuff. Get a retwist for something when you're finna get ready to do something nice, and keep it moving.
Yeah, and I feel like there's levels, right? Because in that sense, there are some situations with some people that even with neat dreads, they won't hire you based on their thoughts. And generally that is another racial type of profiling thing. Mm-hmm. So,
I was ready when Kaden started speaking, baby. I was ready. He made the choice to cut his hair, but actually he wants him back. Mm-hmm. So we about to...
Yeah, no, I heard him say that he did. So in that sense, I don't agree. I feel like you should be able to choose how you look. Yeah. Whether that's implants, booty, hair,
Botox. We know y'all be having Botox.
Whatever you decide to do, you should have the choice.
Tell them. We know they have Botox. We can see it.
She said that she can see it.
Just saying.
So I feel like in that instance, yes, you should be able to choose. However you look, and there shouldn't be anything that says that you are a certain type of person just because you have tats all over your face. Yeah. Or just because you decide to get the horns. Or just because you have dreads. Or just because whatever. There shouldn't be a certain, or even we have the fro now where people will decide that that's not professional. There's braids. Is that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So it's almost like they want to paint the image of what you should look like to look professional.
Yes.
So I guess my difference in that sense is, because I don't want to sound like I contradict myself when I said, okay, but you just said the teacher with the high schoolers shouldn't have. Yeah, but that's more of a sexual type of.
Yeah.
So
you gotta think about
consider your audience in that sense. Like that's not just that's not, if I'm contradicting myself, you know what? I'm going to contradict myself. Because I feel like there's a difference. Still doesn't mean that don't get your boobs, don't get your butt if that's what you want. Mm-hmm. Just consider that in certain professions that may not be a good choice based on what the environment is. True. There shouldn't be an environment where dreads isn't okay. There shouldn't be an environment where a fro isn't okay if that is... Yeah.
Because if the hair is clean, the hair is clean.
Right.
And you don't come in there all matted up and dirty.
You can tell she's a hairstylist.
Please. Don't come in all matted up and, your hair dirty and stuff like that. Because I'd be like, you okay at home? Now I got to think about what you got going on at home. You need some help? You got to think about stuff like that.
Absolutely. So back to the key question. Mm-hmm. Body work. Is there a yes and no as far as professional in the workplace?
Okay, wait, break it down a little bit.
So, and I want to say over-exaggerated body work. I don't want to just say...
Okay, because I'm like, wait
I don't want to just say regular body work. Because I can
over-exaggerated, I don't know. That's just a little bit too much. Because it's a distraction to me. Because if you coming in there with them lips big like that, that's what I'm going to look at. So throw me off. It's not natural. So I think it's abnormal. And so anything abnormal and look like it hurts.
She doesn't like the lips, y'all.
My lips big, but they natural. You don't need to be adding all that Botox in your lip touching your nose or something like. It's just a little bit weird to me. In your cheeks, and then they be trying to get them fake dimples.
So if you were big lips. So if you were a student, that would throw you off.
It very much so would.
So it's not professional.
I would be looking at her lips like, what is going on with this woman?
Okay, and we don't even just leave it to women because men too. Men do body work.
They've been getting the fake abs. Have you seen it?
I haven't. Have they? Well, and while we're talking about this, because they throw this whole wig. Well, I keep seeing these posts every now and then about women with wigs. Men wear weave too.
I got on. Yeah,
men wear weave too.
Yeah, they sure do. They peel it back. They be having to peel it back with that stuff on it.
So
So y'all need to stop.
And this is the thing. They're like, well, that's brand new for men. No, because John Travolta been wearing lace fronts.
Ain't the toupee? They were wearing toupees.
Lace fronts. Even Michael McConaughey is sexy. I call him that. My husband's in the background saying white people. No. Even black people. I be seeing actually, we have a barber coming on in a couple episodes that does them.
But I think they be five when they do.
They do look good.
But just let me know you got bald issues.
They look good though. Like I done seen one guy that looked like a straight whole bald, and then when it was done, like
reconsider. Like,
hey, wait a minute,
nice looking.
You did pretty good.
All right.
Can we just keep this up? Can we keep it up?
Yeah. Can you keep it up?
Like that's the only question. When it starts to crackle a little bit,
because when our lace start to lift, they got something to say about us. So when y'all start,
and we have extra hair to cover our lift, you don't. So can as long as you can keep it up, boo boo, do you? and I'll be all right. I'll be all right too. It's okay. We understand. Balding is a big thing.
We've been doing this. We've been putting weave in our head. It's y'all.
They have too. They started it because back in the day with the George Washingtons, who wore weaves?
Okay, they put them little ponytails. Them things is ugly though.
And I know it was. You know, men wore the heels first
they
too.
Did.
They're trying to bring it back though. Some of the men is. I keep seeing these posts. Back to the topic. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break. Now, listen, we actually have a guest coming on today that's going to show us some Halloween art. And we'll read her story. She actually does a particular type of art for women of color, just based on the fact that we're not represented as much in that type of situation. Right. So we will see you again after these messages.
Talk Uncensored Season 2 podcast has some great additions from special guests, topics, and a live audience.
And we are beyond excited to invite you to our live studio audience. We can't wait to see your reactions and hear your feedback to our topics.
To reserve a seat, head over to talkuncensoredpodcast.com.
Hello, and welcome back to Talk Uncensored. As promised, we have a special guest today. So I'm April Hogan.
I'm Akayshia Estee, and you already know we have
Shaneice
Sims.
Yes, Shaneice Sims. All right, so Shaneice Sims actually has a very unique business. She does art, but there's a story behind what inspires her art. So I'm going to read a little bit, and then we're going to get into some questions, right? Because we want to get into the meat of what she does, why, and all that. So Giovanni's Canvas is an art business that creates custom art representing ethnic women due to lack of representation. Giovanni's Canvas, due to high demand, has expanded to paint and sips, which is exciting because we all know we love paint and sips. Couples paint date nights, which we are going to talk about here on the show, and more. They have been featured on many news stations in Alabama and in magazines in Atlanta, Georgia, and still have some upcoming features in 2022. So I actually know that you guys were just recently nominated as well.
Yes, that was so exciting. Our first award ceremony. So that was huge, like the first one ever. It was fun getting dressed up, of course. And then just to be recognized. So that was amazing. It was a beautiful night.
Absolutely.
Beautiful night.
So tell me, first of all, when was Giovanni's Canvas started?
It was 2 years ago in 2020.
Okay.
During COVID.
Yeah,
everything is, a lot of things were
lined
birthed
up right
COVID.
During COVID, yes. So it actually happened. I had to homeschool my son because the school shut down. And art has always been a part of our family. But I think it was his first time where he could really witness it, me doing it around the house before the finished product. And he actually came to me and said, you got to sell this, you got to post this. And the first painting, I eventually told him, okay. And I posted one of the 3D paintings. And as soon as we posted it, it sold. Somebody asked for it right away.
Oh, wow.
So he was on to something, and we kept it going.
So how old is your son?
He just turned 12. So at the time, he was 10.
So your 10-year-old had to tell you
yes.
to put your stuff out there.
Yes.
You know what?
I can't believe it.
They say we believe in them Like we are their biggest believers, but they're also ours.
Yes,
they are.
Yes,
because we can do no wrong when it comes to our kids.
Yep.
Yeah,
he was serious too,
except for my son.
Yes.
So as far as Giovanni's Canvas, what's the inspiration behind your art? And we talked a little bit about it.
Yes. Well, I can't. It's named after him, Giovanni. So because it's fully his idea. I'm just working through things he thinks about. But in the meantime of doing that, as I was doing art and noticing since that first painting sold, it was of a Black woman with a fro. So it sold immediately, and I said that's odd because I hear that a lot of artists struggle to sell their work. So I did a little history. I read the comments and I did a little researching, and the truth is we can't find anything that really looks like us in stores, in movies, on TV. So I was surprised to find out that people wanted somebody that looked like them on their wall, and they couldn't find it. So as I went out, I'm like, you know what? When I go to Ross, when I go to Walmart, when I go to TJ Maxx, when I go to other places, I don't see myself in the art section to decorate our home. Right. So that's how it started. After that first painting, I noticed, how much attention it got. And then I talked to a few people, and they were like, yeah, I love it because it looks like me. It has hair like me. I can't go anywhere and find art in my, stores or location to put in my house. So by chance, I'm like, I can create this, and I'm a Black woman. So it's exciting to actually paint something that looks like me too. Because in school, if you take art, it's not centered around us either. Right. So I love it. That's mostly where it was inspired from beyond Giovanni, is being a Black woman, getting feedback from Black women, and just trying different hairstyles on the canvases that we actually wear. Skin tones, hair color, all of it. So that's where it came from as far as, the inspiration behind the big 3D paintings. We call them 3D paintings. So,
and I love this. So
thank you.
It actually has the hair.
Yes,
the detail. If you guys,
they can see it. It moves.
Can see the detail of the hair. Actual braid hair that's braided down. You got the actual even like garnish. The tight braids on the side.
Yes,
cornrows.
Yes, right.
Yes, and you got fishtail.
Yes, and I actually had to braid this. So it takes a lot of love and care and knowing about being a Black woman. So I paint as well, but then also, as far as our culture is hair, in order to get it like this, I had to
do it for real.
Exactly, because this was all loose braiding hair. So it really is some love and tears sometimes.
I bet.
Going into the canvases to recreate us, which we're not easy to recreate anyway.
So when you, for instance, a piece like this, when you decide to paint this, like, what is in your head when you come up with the idea of this painting?
Now, this one was actually inspired by my mother.
Okay. And
she has bought this one, so I can't sell this one. It's hers. She let me borrow it. But she described to me, she said, I want a red lip. I want a braid. I want different things like that. So this one was inspired by her. But I've had a lot of people to call me and say, hey, I have to get one for my sister. She has red hair, or she has a fro. So a lot of them will call me and tell me what they want. And then the other ones that I do on my own and just sell, they're just in my imagination of people that I've seen. And every time I do one, somebody says, oh, that looks like so-and-so, or that looks like somebody else. So it really is the ones I make up, a combination of Black women, people I see walking down the street, people I see in the mall.
So you will do, like, someone can say, like, hey, I want one that kind of resembles this person.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I've got a lot of requests for that. Red hair, blonde hair, froze, straight hair, afro puffs with shades, so even though they've been sold, they're on the website. So a lot of people call me that want to give somebody and describe who they are to me, and I just go for it.
Absolutely.
I hadn't missed yet.
Nice. So tell us where they find, you said you have a website. Where can they go to find or to request?
Oh, it is. Well, everything across social media is Giovanni's Canvas. So the website is www.giovanniscanvas.com. Okay. Instagram and Facebook, Giovanni's Canvas. Okay. And then across that social media, it has my phone number listed as well. Okay. So it's all very personal. Even the events we plan, if you go on Google, that's why they say we have those 5-star reviews. And the comment is because they actually get me versus other websites who do similar things. You have to place the order in. You don't even know who it is.
Right. So you guys, Giovanni's Canvas will be on the bottom of the screen for social media and for the website. Now, we're going to go into some of these events. So first, in light of the Halloween holiday, tell us some things that us as, women or even couples can do before we get into the date nights, because I'm excited about the date night. Okay, so what are some things just related around Halloween, or if not Halloween, autumn, fall, this season?
Yes. Now, of course, we do adult. I got very popular with kids.
Okay.
We've done tutoring at libraries. We've done personal classes, stuff like that. So it's not just limited with adults. So if you do want to celebrate Halloween, we can do canvases that start out blank. And it could be pumpkins, it can be a Halloween character, it can be anything related to fall. So we can incorporate kids. But for our adults, we found out, within the 2 years that brunch style is everybody's favorite during this time of year, because unlike summer, it's cool. You don't have to worry about renting a venue. You can go out to the park and lay out decorations or even have a tent. And as far as brunches, African American women, we love our brunches too, but we don't find too many outlets to where we can get together and do that. Mm-hmm. So we like to incorporate our paint and sip, and we have many different options. You can just order the canvases. You can do a just show up package where we have the brunch food, the wine, the mimosas, and your canvases and everything you need. So around fall, I'm finding out paint and sip brunches is everybody's favorite.
Absolutely. So, well, first of all, at some point, we're going to have you back and possibly see if we can do some painting on the show.
I would love that.
That would be fun. Like, I love the hands-on things.
Yes.
Just like have my mimosa.
Look, I tutor, so it'll be good.
Because I'm like a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. I've tried it.
Yeah.
I have my painting at home.
Yeah.
In my hair room. And I think she got a fro and all that. But I'm a perfectionist, so I'm going to have a mimosa, because I'm getting frustrated if it don't come.
We're going to have to make sure she has a couple mimosas before the show, and then while we paint.
Hey, and I loosen people up now in some of the paint party brunches. If you look on the website, I bring a mic, we sing. By the time you're leaving, you're going to be loosened up. But then I instruct. Like, it starts off plain. And then an image like this, I actually walk around and say, hey, to get this to look like this, you do this stroke. Or you use this side of the brunch. So that's what makes us different as well.
More
from
hands-on.
For paint parties that popped up during COVID. They didn't have, not to down, any of those, but an actual instructor. Like a lot of people were just ordering canvases, and then you just get what you get when you paint. So a lot of people, I have a hosting package too, where I come, I host, I stay, and not just walk around, host the whole thing. Decorate, have everything out, I host. DJ, I'll sing, and just, and serve. So that can make a difference in that canvas too. Having an instructor.
The mood and the ambiance and all that was definitely in the way that you feel when you go and paint. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
me feel like Picasso.
So I want to hear about these party dates.
Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is my favorite.
And uncensored.
Because it is. You would not believe the comments and pictures and everything I got back. So, ladies, we love stuff like this. But if you look on the website and Google, the men, oh my gosh, the men are blown away. Because a lot of people, men, they kind of cater to the women, find something to do. Mm-hmm. So I want to say last year around Valentine's month, I actually got to try it in Atlanta as a pilot. Okay. Atlanta went crazy with it. So it was a lot of people that was traveling from Alabama, Louisiana, Texas that came to visit Atlanta. So I tested it just to see what it would be. And a lot of men weren't the ones that booked it. It was all women. Mm-hmm. And it was my favorite because I'm kind of like a ghost during that. They would have either their hotel rooms. Some of them I did it in homes. Some of them, because they were visiting, had Airbnbs. Mm-hmm. So they booked everything with me off of trust. And I, went to the front desk, got everything I needed as far as keys, showed my ID. I pop up while they're at dinner or whatever excuse they made up, decorate everything, put the his and her canvas there. And then when they come back, the man is he's surprised because he don't know what's going on. He just thinking they're out at dinner, but you would be surprised how much men loved it. Like, you got to go to the page. They broke down when they opened that door and saw it. So, it seems different, but men love it. It's sexy. It's sensual. You got your wine. You can touch each other as you paint, maybe the lady sit in front, man in back, and touch each other as you paint. So it's very sensual, very soothing, and you're already in the right setting, for everything you need to do after you paint. So So I like to call myself the mood setter too. So I set the mood.
A triple date. Girl, they paint each other.
And I've had 3 couples. At an Airbnb, I've had 3 couples, and they all painted together, and so
lock in.
Yeah. Yes, it's amazing, and it's all posted. Yep.
Girl.
I'll
finish my painting later,
I have had something that was like, I'll text you in 3 days. We didn't finish. So it goes down. It goes down.
And it's that I know we enter it into Cuddy Buddy season.
Hey.
Cuffing.
Hey, it's cuffing season.
Time to cuff you somebody.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I'm married.
Cool.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I
have to, I just have to recuff him for a little bit.
Right.
They like the spoon. You gotta start spooning back.
Yeah.
I do spoon back.
You do.
I got a lap dance
after the painting.
If you finish, I'm just saying, if you finish.
If you can have it through the painting, It'll set it off right there.
So just a question, just because my mind went there. Do y'all ever use edible paints?
Now that is on my list. Edible paint and makeup. It is. I cannot wait for the edible paint and makeup. And it was actually my son's idea with the makeup.
Really?
Yes. So, hey, we get there. The larger we grow, because we didn't think we was going to be doing this.
Right.
We thought we were just going to be selling 3D canvases and custom artwork. And we've done everything.
That is awesome.
Bridal showers, decorating wedding receptions. Like, it's gotten huge. So that's next.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's exciting. No, I'm seriously gonna book. I'm gonna book a date.
Yay. Look, like, just be ready, because I'm telling you, I'm the mood setter.
you done got happy about the edible paint.
Yes.
I don't know. I was happy about that piece too.
Yes.
Let us be the first testers.
Hey, and I need some. If you look, I put a little teaser out there.
I'm the canvas.
That's good though.
So maybe that won't be a triple date.
I'm the canvas. I need to be laying on that table.
That would be good. We got to give you a percentage for thinking about you being a canvas. Because that's good. Yes.
Oh goodness, that would be so much fun. So you guys, it's that season, not just on the cuffing season, but even the season where it's time to start moving indoors. So we're trying to find other things to do. The beach ain't necessarily hitting it right now because it's cold.
Yes.
So picnics, because you can have your clothes on, the wind ain't blowing while you wet.
Yep.
Like you can go out and you can do your sipping paints. And we love to sip. We actually have a picnic coming up.
We do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a picnic queen.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will make us go to a park in a heartbeat.
Yes. I love it.
So yeah, absolutely. So this is kind of personal to me when it comes to art, because my daughter's an artist.
Okay.
She's 13. We moved here 3 years ago, and she picked up a book, a manga book, and decided from that book she was going to draw and taught herself. So, when did you start knowing? Like, did you just happen to start drawing and find out that you can draw? Like, when did that happen? As far as
it is actually a huge gift. I got to thank my dad on this one. Like, we always knew we could draw, sing, act. Like, it's so many talents in one that I actually had been trying to share with my son. But this was last. Like, and a lot of my family was like, if you could do this the whole time, why didn't you do this from the start? It's like, I don't know. I just like dancing more. I just like singing more. So I am glad that my son brought it back out of me, because from toddler ages, my father put like pencils, markers, anything he could in our hands, sketchbooks. So it really is a gift from him. All my family members can draw on my father's side. Professors, one of my aunts is a professor in Atlanta. And she does artwork up there. And yeah, it's a gift from my dad's side. Yes, absolutely. That I'm glad I'm able to get back into.
Absolutely. So he, as far as like you just started drawing, or he
invested.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known if he didn't put it in my hand. Mm-hmm. I would have known. Probably never would have tried it. Right. So growing up, he made it a point. Here's a sketchbook. here's this type of paper. So he explained everything, and we went.
So he was an artist.
Yes,
okay,
yes. He was amazing.
Awesome. So how old were you?
Oh my gosh, the youngest I can remember is 5.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And then very young. He started off early, even with paint. And then when the school allowed it, I think it was around junior high when I think you could choose art as an elective. That's when I was able to do it as a class.
Okay.
And kind of invest, but unfortunately, it was only for 2 years. It offered for art, just 2 years. So as far as school, I only got about 2 years worth, but 6-5, as far as I could remember, Dad was the investment in it all.
Okay, okay, awesome. Now, have you ever thought of, and this is the business coach in me.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
I'm all ears.
Have you ever thought of doing like the possibility? So, because of course you can't be everywhere. So the goal is there's going to be a point where you got people like 5 people booking the same day, but you can't do 5. So have you ever thought of doing like a digital package? And what I say this. So last Thanksgiving we went to some friend's house for Thanksgiving, and we were searching YouTube videos for someone to do a Grinch canvas, and we paint it with the digital thing.
Yeah.
To the point that, like, when I say for like at least the next 2 weeks afterwards, I went and bought me a whole little canvas, paint and everything, and me and my daughter would sit downstairs and do it. Right. So just I always think passive income, right? So like active income is that income you have to be there in order to get. Passive income is that income that all you have to do is create it, and then once it's created, you sell it.
Yes.
That would be a great, and I don't think there's enough, if there's a market for it yet, I don't think there's enough of a market for it yet.
I agree.
Kind of have some instruction, but you sell the instruction for the painting set, so that way for the times you can't necessarily be there, you can be there.
Yes. And we've been thinking my son is, this may sound weird, but I don't like to be seen. I know that's crazy. I know how do you not like to be seen? If I can not be seen, or that's why I love date nights, because I pop in and pop out.
Gotcha.
But me and my son, he has discussed YouTube and things like that as well. He's ready to like, hey, let's get some videos down of, like you said, Grinch. Say, for example, as far as YouTube and things like that, have like a pre-recorded video or DVD to where, you have your different options, and I'm live going through it, or, step by step. So he's so ready for all of that. Which I may let him do, because
and someone can literally order the package. Like they can order the package from you, and it comes with the unlisted link to the YouTube plus the canvas, whatever. And of course, you upcharge it to make, and then it's Giovanni's, But no, I get not wanting to be.
And I've come across it to where appointments were like one in Birmingham and one in Atlanta, and I'm like, which one am I going to choose? And I've had my younger sister take care of one in Georgia while I went to Birmingham. But it is a lot being left on the table because I can't be everywhere at once. Right. So we're looking into, possible interns or possible, partners. Hopefully we can find some that are trustworthy.
Gotcha.
That if I give everything to you, you are going to show up with their stuff.
Right.
So that's the main thing we're like battling right now is who can we find to trust, to take care of that, to where I can trust you to go to Florida, and actually be there and not take their stuff and run. Right. So it's so funny you bring that up, because we've been trying to figure that out. And hey, y'all watching, if y'all know anybody,
trustworthy people.
Trustworthy.
Right.
Let us know.
Now, I have a question. Giovanni, when's his birthday?
It just passed, September 6th. Labor Day, baby.
Okay, so
12.
So he's right. Wait, is he? No, he's right out of Leo, because he just has Leo qualities.
Just missed and I'm a Leo.
Oh,
And he missed it by a hair. Like he missed it by a hair. So he's September 6th. But I'm a Leo.
My artist is a Leo. Like
your daughter's a Leo.
Yeah, she is. Wow. So like yes. But when you're telling me that he's the one that kind of he has together, Leo qualities.
That's my little
maybe
boss
it kind of it kind of dripped onto him from you.
Yeah. But he's the boss. Like he just, Mom, you need to do this. You need to do that. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to start listening to everything you say now, because it has worked. When he said it, I said, okay, let's get an email, let's get a website. And he's the boss, baby. I'm just performing. And he draws as well.
Oh,
he loves anime. Yes.
My daughter does too.
Yes. So we're trying to figure out how to get him and a lot of kids in the area, whether it be at the library, at the school, to do it like an anime paint party.
Okay, well, so
he's so ready.
We will connect after this, because when I tell you, my daughter,
yes,
and she is so good, and then she does the digital too.
Yes,
and then she draws us in the animes all the time. Like she literally,
so she's a pro.
Yeah, I mean she is really, but self-taught. I've never took a class.
Yeah,
right? So
that's the best.
But
the best
it
artist.
is hard finding because she's met some kids that do art, but not necessarily the anime type of, so, but I know that if she can connect with those type of people, that she would.
And I would love for him to get training and tutored in that area as well, because I don't draw it. I'm trying to get him to teach me, but he's amazing at it. He's actually somebody I posted on Facebook just showing what we were doing around the house, and they were like, "Oh, he's gonna be famous one day. How much does he want for it?" And I just passed the phone and let him do it. It's like a little sketch, and they saw it and called him. He sold it. We framed it and sent it.
That's what Kizzy, because Kizzy has she has drawn 3 book covers for me, because I do book covers. So and not necessarily for me, but for clients who are like, can you do it for? She's had someone who wanted like this bubble bath thing in their room, and she digitally did it and got paid for that. She's had someone getting ready to pay her close to $600 to animate their children's book.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so
and my mom's working on a 7-chapter book right now.
Really?
And she's gonna need it. She asked me yesterday, "Can you draw this?" And I was like, "Mom, I don't know." So hey, if she can do it, because I was like, "Look, Mom," because since that's Mom, she'll like probably demand different stuff, or no, that's not right, just because I'm her daughter. But
I'm the same way with her. Yeah, we're the same way.
So we might get somebody else to connect with her, and it'll go smoother. Yes.
So it is such a pleasure to have had you on the show and to see your beautiful art. I see you have some before and afters here.
Yes. Let me see if I can pull it closer too. And even with paint parties, I bring easels and everything.
Okay.
But before, this is how it like originally turns out. We kind of got like I try to leave it as much of a blank slate as I can, so people can be creative.
So you start the drawing for them?
Yes. Oh, wow, and it's pencil, like it's not print, like we actually draw it, and nobody's going to use it so I can smudge it. So it's actually drawn on, not printed. And this was an image request. So I do say, if they see something they like, there's something that was on Etsy or something, I will recreate it for them and just draw it. So it is actual, pencil. I draw it, it's not printed. And this is the one I finished at the brunch we had Sunday that just passed. So just a comparison of how, it may look one way, but it leaves enough space for you to be, creative. I added pearls.
The shirts got the extra colors.
Multicolored. Add a little mole over there and pearls around her neck. And so you can get very creative with it. And this is actually probably one of my most recent posts where you can see the other ladies' creativity. Oh, they did backgrounds and everything. Trees and, they went all out. So this is typically just a small 8x10 brunch size. We go all the way up to 11x14, which is a little bit smaller than this. So you can go as small as you want or as large as you want. But they all start off blank. And then as I walk around and talk and teach, you come up with your own masterpiece.
Absolutely. That is exciting. So you guys, it's time to book some sit and paints. Some date nights.
Yes.
Definitely some date nights. That's what I'm thinking about, the date nights.
Yes.
So head over to Giovanni'sCanvas.com. You can also find her on social media, Giovanni's Canvas, so you can see all the different beautiful creations. Also, if you want to find art that looks like you, all of my Black beautiful queens.
Yes.
And she customizes.
Yes.
So I want to thank you again for coming on Talk Uncensored. I am definitely going to talk to you after this because we want to talk about possibly doing a paint on the show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be lovely. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end Talk Uncensored here. Again, Season 2, Episode 2. I'm April Hogan.
I'm Akayshia Estee.
And we have Miss Beautiful
Shaneice Sims.
And we'll see you next time.